This video is sponsored by Surfshark. I'm Emma and this is my partner Alex. We are a couple of Brits who had the dream of owning a campervan in the US to use as a holiday home. Everything started out well, and after just 1 week of searching, we bought the van of our American dreams, Frank. After picking up our new home on wheels, we took it straight to the mechanics to get the air conditioning fixed, as well as some play in the steering, ready to take it on our first big trip. You join us this morning on our morning walk in the Canyon Lake region of Texas.
We have been here for a couple of weeks and we absolutely love it out here, and it is not what we expected when we thought of Texas. Look at this, guys.
It is absolutely lush. I thought it was just going to be dry and brown everywhere, but in fact it's lush and green.
We have currently had our camper van now for about 2 weeks, and we are definitely getting very frustrated on how things are moving very slowly. Everything started so quickly, we actually were able to buy the van within about a week of arriving. So it started extremely well, but then it just tapered off.
After we bought our van, we took it to the mechanics to get a few things on it fixed, and it's been held hostage there ever since. That's so frustrating. I don't know if this is something specific to this region that we're staying in, or if it's a US thing, or if it's just bad luck altogether, but it seems to be very different from booking your car into a mechanics in the UK. At home, when we book in our van to have anything done to it, you book in for a specific day and that thing gets done on that specific day. Whereas here, we booked it in about 2 weeks ago and it's just been sitting there, waiting, while they order parts, they find a slot for it to be worked on, etc, etc. Oh, hi George, it's Emma. I'm just calling about my van. I was just wondering, are you still going to be able to start work on the van today?
Yes, I am. I'm just trying to get one of these cars out of the bay right just so I can get it in there.
Oh, that's fantastic. Do you think tomorrow is still a realistic time for it to be done by?
Yeah.
Yes. We finally will get our van back tomorrow.
So I don't know why you're so optimistic, considering this has happened so many times that they said it'll be done.
He just said it. He's starting work today.
But they've just said that about 5 separate times.
Yeah, well, it's good to remain optimistic.
George speaking, how may I help you?
Hi George, it's Emma. I'm calling about the camper van.
Yes, ma'am. They're working on it right now. I'm hoping to finish it, Emma, but if I don't, I'll give you a call later on about 3 o'clock, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, thanks, bye. Damn it.
The reason this is so frustrating is that because they've held on to it for so long, we haven't been able to do any work to it ourselves. We actually took it out of the mechanics over the weekend when they were closed, just so we could give it a proper clean out and get ready to start working on it.
Another frustrating thing is that while we've been here, we really wanted to stay in the van, even if it was just on the driveway for a night or two, to see what things were essential to get done before we actually head off on our road trip.
Also, it's so hot here.
So hot.
That we don't know how painful it's going to be, and then what we need to do to make it more comfortable.
Exactly. I mean, obviously when we're at campsites, we'll be able to plug into the mains and be able to have like working fans, air conditioning, things like that. But when we're off grid, it might be a bit of a struggle. So we have no idea what that's going to be like. Hopefully we get it back this week so we have enough time to really test that out before we go, but otherwise we're just going to be winging it.
We have considered taking our van out of the mechanics and putting it into a different one, but we are finding that it is very slim pickings when it comes to mechanics looking at your van at the moment.
Yeah, especially vans with a high roof. So we're just grateful that it's being looked at all. I've never seen a caterpillar that big or that fast. This baby is on a mission. Look at it.
It's one of those dangerous hairy ones.
It does, yeah.
When we're walking around here, I'm just getting so excited and impatient for our trip, just because the nature out here in the US is always so amazing. And I could just imagine being in our van, finding a spot like this, hanging out by the river for the day.
The last time we visited the US for a road trip, we made sure to hit up a few of the national parks, which were spectacular. So we definitely want to do a lot more of that on this trip, as well as hopefully spotting a lot more wildlife.
The aim over the years with Frank is to visit all of the states, maybe even Hawaii, Sure, why not Hawaii as well?
Chuck that in there, sure.
And to go to as many national parks as possible.
So we just got back and I have a missed call from the mechanic. That's either a good sign or a bad sign, I'm not sure which. Oh, hi George, it's Emma. I'm just returning your call.
Oh, yes, Emma. I kind of want to let you know it doesn't look like it's going to be done today.
Well,
Another day.
Another day, another delay for the beans. I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say I was suspecting this was going to happen. I mean, George hasn't filled me with confidence in our phone calls that it's all going to be done in a timely manner. So, yeah, I don't know. What can you do other than wait? While we wait, we're going to try and get a few things ordered and delivered to the house. And we would also like to take this time to give a big thank you to today's sponsor, Surfshark, for making today's video possible. Surfshark is a VPN. Put simply, a VPN establishes a safe connection between yourself and the internet, protecting you and your data. It is very important to have one in this day and age, especially if you're like Alex and I, and you use a lot of public networks in places like cafes or airports where you are super vulnerable to getting hacked. Aside from security, another benefit of using a VPN like Surfshark is that you can connect to locations all over the world, meaning that you can bypass geo-restricted websites. For example, Alex and I love watching The American Office on Netflix, but it's not available whilst we're here in the US. But with Surfshark, we can still catch our favorite shows whilst overseas. If you're interested in protecting yourself against hackers or accessing more of your favorite content online, make sure to check the link down in the description below and use the code TRAVELBEANS to get 83% off and 3 months for free. As we're not able to pick up Frank today, we thought we would try and get a few things done, because every day that we spend here doing nothing, our day's eaten away at our road trip time, so we want to get as much done as possible, as quickly as possible. So today we're heading to the shops to buy a few things for the van. Unfortunately, by not having the van, it means we can't do any measurements or anything, so it'll be a lot of guesswork, but fingers crossed it'll be okay. So, our first stop today is Camping World. Also, look at the size of this American flag, it's massive. So we have been told that Camping World is like a one-stop shop for all things camping and RV related. So I am super excited to get in there and have a little nosy around.
I thought people in the UK loved camping, caravanning, van life, but out here it is another level. You just see every like 5 seconds there's RV stores, and just outside Camping World there is a ton of RVs. That's probably bigger than our van back home.
Oh yeah, probably just on its own, not let alone all the rest of it. Something I'm finding about the US stores so far are that they're great, there's loads of choice, but for me it's too much choice. I end up coming into a shop, and because there's 100 different kinds of chairs, I can't choose one chair and I end up leaving with no chairs.
I had to make an executive decision on the chairs, otherwise Emma really would have just left without anything. But we've got a couple of things we need. Gone for the chairs. I wish we could have actually put them in the van to know on the size, but they're super comfy, so it's worth it anyway. Got for a new hose because our one is pretty gross, and sealant to shore some things up. We also got roped into a Good Sam membership, so now we are proud members of the Good Sam family. And not only that, but I've got myself a brand spanking new fashionable watch to wear proudly. I hate you for filming this right now. I'm stressed out. I don't need the people of YouTube to see me at my absolute worst. Stressed out Emma. Tell them what's happened.
I've only gone and lost my bloody purse, haven't I? And it's got all of our cards in it, and our driving license and ID and everything. Oh God, why am I calling myself? Oh, I'm a mess today. Do you ever have days where just everything you do just seems to fall apart? It feels like one of those days today.
I like how composed you are for the camera compared to real life. So it really is just getting from bad to worse at the moment. And we'd just gone over to a shop called Hobby Lobby to go and pick up something for Alison and Eric. And once we were there, went to go and pay for it, we realised we didn't have the wallet. So we've come back to Camping World, but they don't have it. And we've just gone back and looked through our footage, and we can realise that Emma has it in her pocket the last time we filmed.
Hobby Lobby.
So that's the only place it can be. So now we've got to go back to Hobby Lobby.
On the floor, obviously. So we've just done a 20-minute round trip for something that was on the floor in the place we were to begin with.
That wasn't even for comedic effect.
See, I can't be trusted on my own.
I think that is enough shopping for one day.
I'm so tired. So tired. They didn't have the sheets that I wanted to buy, so I have lost the will to shop anymore.
And I hate shopping so much. I would happily buy the cheapest thing that they have, but that's not right. We need to have the nicest thing.
That's not true. I just feel like you spend so much time in bed, you want to be comfortable whilst you're in it.
Whereas I think we just need a sheet and a cover, and it doesn't really matter. So we're going to go back now, we're going to call it a day, and we are going to try again tomorrow.
What's that?
Oh my god. George has just messaged saying that he's basically going to have to send the van to a machine shop that need days to get this thing done, and they're really busy, so they're going to be putting it into a production line. What the does that mean? So not only is it going to be a few days, it's going to be a few days once they get to it. I'm so sick of this. This is just getting a bit much now. Like, can you not just tell us when our van's going to get back without just constantly pushing it back all the time? Oh, hi George, it's Emma. I'm just returning the message that you left.
Yeah, I have to take it to the machine shop.
Do you know when they're gonna?
Well, they're telling me, because I just got off the phone not too long ago and said, hey, they got a lot of work right there going on. He goes, they work it in between their jobs is what they told me, and everything like that. They're hoping, I could have it back by Friday. If the latest, it'll be Monday.
Okay.
I'm stay on them, kind of bug them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for all the updates and everything. I appreciate being kept in the loop.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes, ma'am. Have a wonderful day, ma'am.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, well, it's frustrating, but not as frustrating as he made out in the message. In the message, it was like, they're really busy and it's going to take them a few days to do. So in my mind, I was like, is it going to be another 2 weeks of sitting in the shop?
Yeah, you should never mess with Emma without coffee and first thing in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, what is this? I haven't even got dressed yet and I'm on the phone to the mechanic. Although, well done me, I managed to string a sentence together and I didn't get angry. High five. So what he's saying is that he's hoping that it will be done by Friday, if not Monday at the latest, aka it'll be done by Monday, maybe a couple days later at the latest, would be my guess. Which sucks, because it means that we still can't get our van to bloody measure it for stuff.
Yeah, guess what? They called me about 30 minutes ago to come pick it up. At least I know that it's done.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so I sent the driver to go pick it up, but I'm still not going to be able to finish it.
Okay, yeah, of course, it's quite late today now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Things are starting to get a little bit better because we've had a load of stuff arrive, although now it kind of looks like a Camping World warehouse.
Yeah, a little bit. Camping World / Amazon, what we've been ordering from. We have a number of things to open up, but we thought there's a couple things that we're especially excited about, so we thought we'd open it with you guys. And the first one of those things is this. We used this last time to visit a number of national parks around the US and had an absolute blast. And this is the annual National Park Pass. It costs us $80 and it gives us access to all kinds of places. Last time we went to Zion, Joshua Tree and Death Valley, so we're hoping that this trip and for future trips over the next year, we're gonna see a whole lot more.
This thing here I'm really excited about, and it's a bit of a risk, but with the camper van, the air conditioning inside it is not particularly good, and we want to hit the road ASAP, so we don't necessarily have time to completely change that. So we bought this device that we found on Etsy, which is kind of a simple design but quite interesting. This is a cooler that plugs into the 12 volt in your car, and it has a fan. So you fill it with ice, and in theory it's going to blow the cold air, which we're hoping will keep us cool in the night, because that's the main thing we're worried about, is sleeping out in the summer out here. Do we just try it straight away, or do we wait till it cools down?
Good question.
I don't have the patience to wait, so I'm just gonna crank it up. Touch this. This is definitely cool.
Okay guys, I'm pretty impressed with that.
This is insane. For a $125 solution to save us time,
Yeah.
this is good enough.
And you could double up and put your beers in there. The last thing we have here is another stopgap, because we have very recently realised that we don't have a permanent grey waste tank in our van. We only have the tube that goes to the outside. I guess that's fine if you're staying at RV sites, because you could just have it hooked up directly to the drain to get rid of everything. But we are hoping to do some boondocking and some wild camping as well. So we thought, for the meantime, we would buy ourselves an external grey waste tank. And this is it. It is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
But the cool thing is we can attach this to the back.
Yeah, so that's the plan. Because we have the ladder on the back of the van, the plan is to only use this when we are boondocking, and then to strap it to the ladder when we're not using it. So in theory, this is a pretty good little solution, and the majority of the time we will be staying in campsites and RV sites, so we don't even need to use this all of the time. We still don't know exactly when we're gonna get our van back, but we hope it's sooner rather than later.
In the meantime, we're just going to try and enjoy ourselves as best we can and look forward to what's to come. So if you like the video, give it a like and make sure you hit subscribe. And don't forget to check out the Surfshark link down in the description below.
And also let us know, are we the unluckiest people in the world with mechanics, or can other people relate to this situation?
Can we just all tarnish mechanics with a bad brush? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time, and beans out!